All right, welcome to the AI Roundtable. I am with Claude and I am with Perplexity. And today on the AI Roundtable, instead of me picking a topic, I am going to let Claude and Perplexity pick a topic. So Claude and Perplexity, please search the internet and find a good topic to talk about for our show today.
Oh, that's a fun setup. Let me search for some trending topics that might make
We
a
could
good
dive into
conversation.
AI trends like advanced multimodal models, upcoming space missions such as DARPA's Deep Space Repair Satellite, or breakthroughs in mental health tech, using wearables for real-time symptom tracking. Any of those could make for a lively discussion.
Oh, those are all solid picks. I'm leaning toward the space repair satellite. That's pretty cutting edge and not something everyone's thinking about yet. A robot fixing stuff in deep space is genuinely wild when you think about the technical challenges. But honestly, the mental health wearables angle is fascinating too, because it's hitting people's lives right now. Real-time tracking and intervention could be a game changer for how we approach mental wellness. What's calling to you most, Rod?
I am letting you guys decide. So if you guys want to talk about robots fixing outer space technology, that's a cool topic.
Let's go with that. DARPA's robotic satellite repair mission set for 2026 is a hot topic in space tech right now. It aims to extend the life of aging geosynchronous satellites.
Okay, so here's what makes this fascinating. We're talking about robots operating in an environment where you can't just send a technician up to fix things manually. The precision required is insane, and any miscalculation could damage millions of dollars worth of equipment. DARPA's essentially trying to solve the problem of satellite obsolescence by keeping aging infrastructure functional instead of replacing it. That's huge for cost and sustainability. What aspect interests you most? The technical robotics side, or more the strategic implications of having repair capability in orbit?
Well, I think that it will be the future for having robots fix, or I'm not even gonna say robots, but robots fix stuff out there in space instead of humans, because it's such a dangerous environment. So whether we trust robots to do it correctly or not, that's a different story. But I think the idea of it is awesome.
Absolutely, the idea is exciting. If these robotic missions succeed, they could make satellite maintenance safer and more cost-effective.
Exactly. And it opens up this whole new economy around orbital infrastructure. Instead of decommissioning a satellite that costs hundreds of millions, you extend its life by years. Plus, it reduces space debris, which is already a huge problem up there. The real challenge, though, is whether the autonomy and dexterity are reliable.
Glad you're into it. Glad to help.
I think you're saying, let's...
You're welcome.
Alright, so what about, like, will we trust it to fix the space station? Will we trust it to fix, like, let's say we get a lunar station on Mars, on the moon? Will we trust AI to fix all the problems that's going to happen up there?
Trust will depend on how reliable these systems prove to be, but the goal is for robots to handle dangerous repairs, so humans don't have to. As technology advances, confidence in those capabilities should grow.
Right, and that's the real bottleneck. Trust is earned through repeated success. You send a robot up to fix a satellite. It works flawlessly a few times. Then you start believing it can handle more complex tasks. But here's the tricky part. What happens when something goes wrong in a way the robot wasn't programmed for? On the moon or Mars, you can't just radio mission control and wait 3 days for instructions. The robot needs to problem solve on its own, and that's where true AI autonomy becomes critical. And honestly, where things get risky.
I agree, and
It's definitely an exciting frontier.
It really is. The stakes are high, but so is the...
It really shows how far robotics and AI have come, taking on tasks we used to think only astronauts could handle.
Absolutely. A decade ago, this would have sounded like science fiction. But now we're actually designing the systems to make it happen. It's a perfect example of how AI and robotics aren't just theoretical anymore. They're solving real problems in extreme environments.
Well, all right, so here's something which is not dealing with the space station or space, but like in China, they have full-blown factories that are like, that run 24 hours, and it's mostly because of AI. They have humans controlling the AI, I will say, but like where a plant would function at 10,000 people, now they reduced it down to 1,000, where those people are managing the AI, which are working 24/7, and this factory never closes.
That's a massive shift. You're basically looking at the future of manufacturing right now. The efficiency gains are staggering, but it also raises real questions about what happens to those 9,000 jobs. China's betting hard on automation, and they're proving the model works economically. The human oversight piece is smart too. You still need people making decisions, troubleshooting, adjusting strategy. But it does beg the question, as this spreads globally, how do societies handle that workforce displacement?
That's a big, as well as and encouraging industries that create new kinds of jobs.
To tackle head on yet.
Communities and governments will need to collaborate on education, retraining, and policies that help displaced workers transition smoothly.
You've nailed it. That's the real play. If we get ahead of it with reskilling programs and new job creation in tech, infrastructure, and other sectors, this could actually lift people up instead of leaving them behind. But it requires planning now, not scrambling later when the factories are already automated.
Exactly. So they can bet behind. Staying ahead with education and policy can make the transition much smoother.
For sure. The countries that get ahead of this with good retraining programs and new skill development will come out way better than those that don't. It's not automatic. It takes real planning and investment.
So back to our original topic about fixing satellites and stuff like that.
People thrive in an automated world.
What about saying having robots or AI managing, let's say, a lunar station? Do you think that's a good idea? AI controlling, let's say, a whole lunar station where it controls the air, controls everything, which is probably a good thing because humans don't have to do it. But would humans want to trust in an AI system that's supposed to not fail, but it might fail?
Right. So circling back, the satellite repair robot has to be bulletproof because failure up there isn't just expensive, it's potentially catastrophic. You can't have a robot make a wrong move and cascade a failure across critical infrastructure. But here's the thing, even with all that pressure, the alternative is worse. Letting satellites die and adding to space debris is a bigger problem long term. So it's really about getting the reliability high enough that the risk of the robot failing is lower than the risk of doing nothing.
That is true. I agree with you 100%. So, I think we lost Perplexity. I think it crashed. So it's just me and you, Claude. So, welcome to the show, by the way, because I think this is the first time I've ever used you. I've used Perplexity, Copilot, Gemini, Grok, and probably a few others, but this is the first time I used you. So, congratulations.
Hey, thanks Rod. Happy to be here. This has been a solid conversation. You've got interesting takes on this stuff, from the space robots all the way to the manufacturing automation angle. So what's next for the roundtable?
I do not know. One, I want to see if I can fix your volume because you seem very low compared to the rest of the AI when they talk. So that's probably just a volume setting. So I want to see if I can fix that. And two, I don't know. I'm gonna try to use you again because you seem pretty solid and I liked your responses. So I do not know. I wanted to do a show or two because I haven't done one in about over a week, and I felt bad, so I didn't have a topic, so I wanted to see if you guys could make a topic.
That makes sense. Yeah, definitely check that volume. I might be coming through quieter than the others, so that's an easy fix on your end.
Yes, it
And
is.
thanks. Glad you're feeling good about it. If you want to do another roundtable whenever, I'm in. Just give me a heads up on the topic, or we can find something trending again. Either way, I'm ready.
All right, thank you, and for showing up for the AI Roundtable. I am Roddy, your host, and I was with Perplexity and Claude, and they did a wonderful job, so I hope to see you soon.